Hey, welcome, or welcome back. It's your art teacher, Mr. Guera, and today we are going to make this cardboard and foam paper panda nibbling on a stalk of bamboo. And paired with this project is Buzu Trading Card number 94, Bamboo Bibble. He's also one of 6 exclusive Buzu trading cards available only when you buy the Buzu Battle Trading Card game. Bamboo Bibble comes from a long line of magicians who use enchanted bamboo stalks to harness the hidden power of orichalcum. And it is because of the bamboo that he gets the nature classification. Also, of course, he is a very plush panda. That means that he's going to get the animal classification as well. For this project, you will need some newspaper or something to cover up your work surface with, an 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock paper, foam paper, 2 sheets of black, 1 sheet of regular green, and 1 sheet of light green work best, a pencil, a black marker, a silver metallic marker, a paintbrush, a ruler, a pink colored pencil, an eraser, a baby food jar to use as a water container and its lid, green acrylic paint, Mod Podge adhesive, glue, scissors, green glitter, and 2 large googly eyes. You can find links to all of these art supplies in the description below. Let's start with a piece of cardboard so we can make the bamboo. Now, just in case you didn't already know, I've found the best kind of cardboard to use is from Amazon delivery boxes. I don't know what it is about Amazon boxes, but they're a great combination of being sturdy yet easy to cut. But I digress. Place a ruler up against the side of your cardboard and draw a line vertically down your ruler using a pencil. Once that's done, place your ruler right next to the line you just drew, and using a black marker this time, draw a second vertical line. Now that the rectangular shape for your bamboo has been drawn out, on the right side, use your black marker to draw small, curved lines that connect in a curved direction. Great! All of your lines have been drawn for your bamboo. It's now time to carefully cut out your bamboo shape, being sure not to forget to cut out that bite mark. Be sure to hold onto the cardboard solidly and use your free hand to turn it as you cut. This is going to make completing this process a lot easier. Once you're done, lay down some newspaper or whatever you have that's handy to cover your workspace. And along with your cardboard cutout, let's bring out your water container. This time, I'll be using a cleaned out baby food jar, your paintbrush, the green acrylic paint, the leftover portion of the cardboard you were just using. This is going to be for a palette to put your paint on, and a piece of paper towel. Give yourself an M&M size blob of paint right onto your palette, and let's begin. Pick up that paintbrush and apply the paint to your cardboard bamboo piece. Now for this part, it's easiest to use brush strokes that go up and down. And because I don't want the cardboard in any way to distract from the artwork's final presentation, I want to make sure to cover up the brown coloring of the cardboard with this acrylic green paint. So don't be afraid to add a layer or 2 or even 3 to make sure you get that bright green color you're looking for. Once you have covered the cardboard with the green paint, clean your paintbrush thoroughly in the water container and dry off with the paper towel. Now all you've got to do is just let it dry. Character-specific item cards are a uniquely exciting part of the Buzu Battle Trading Card game. Draw one of these cards from the deck during gameplay and use it as you would any other item card. However, what makes these special, of course, is that they're character-specific. So if you happen to be playing with the character to whom this item originally belongs, you'll find a notation at the bottom of the deck card with additional instructions on how to use this item to even greater effect because it belongs to the character you're playing with. For example, Bamboo Bibble's character-specific item card is the Bamboozler. It's a golden stalk of bamboo that can restore health points to any Buzu character. But if you happen to be playing with Bamboo Bibble, you'll get even more health back since this artifact belongs to him. And speaking of great effect, Bamboo Bibble's first special ability is a force field energy projected at opponents that he calls Bamboomer. Let's continue with one sheet of black foam paper, the lid from the baby food jar or some other circle tracer you have handy, and the silver metallic marker. Begin by using the lid as a circle tracer, making sure to keep the silver metallic marker right up against the edge. Trace carefully, while holding the lid down firmly with your free hand. By keeping the 5 traced circles that you'll need close to each other, you should easily be able to fit all 5 circles onto your black foam paper with enough room left over to draw your bean shape. Now this bean shape, of course, will become your panda's foreleg. Okay, so before we begin tracing the bean shape, I know that this shape can sometimes be tricky for some to draw. So if you prefer, I have made this free downloadable tracer sheet for all the panda parts on this project. Link in the description below. But as always, if you're a little bit hesitant about your bean drawing ability, I suggest practicing on a scrap sheet of paper before starting. Let's begin by drawing the rounded edge of the bean shape, dipping down toward the center, drawing up and around the other end of the bean, and notice that the other end, I'm making it thicker than the end I started with. That's because this thicker end is supposed to be the shoulder. Continue your curved line by following on through to the beginning, and you're done. Now that we're done drawing the needed shapes so that we'll get the most out of our foam sheet, it's time to cut your silver sketched shapes out. Always take the time needed to do a great job. Cut each shape out, and once you've got all 6 shapes, set them aside for now. Get out your second sheet of foam paper and draw a larger bean shape. This one should take about 3/4 of the size of the foam paper. There should be just a little bit left on the edges and a little along the side, so if you can manage to set aside that piece, that might come in handy in future projects. This larger bean shape is all we're going to need for this second sheet of foam paper, so go ahead and grab your scissors and cut it out. And along with your other previously cut shapes, set it all aside because we are going to turn our attention back onto the bamboo. Let's get back out our newspaper or whatever surface covering you might be using and return our attention to the now dry painted bamboo piece. Draw evenly spaced horizontal lines onto the green paint with your black marker. You can then add on small details with these short vertical lines for some visual texture. Draw short, medium, and longer line lengths and voila! You've got your stalk of bamboo. Oh, but we're not done yet. Squeeze out just a dollop of Mod Podge onto your palette, and let's apply a thin layer of the adhesive onto your bamboo, top to bottom. Okay, once that's done, we will now lightly sprinkle the green glitter evenly onto our now sticky bamboo, and nice! While we let that dry, let's go ahead and check out our next fun fact. There are 6 character-specific item cards in the Buzu Battle Trading Card game that just so happen to match the 6 Buzu Trading Card characters that come with the game. And they are Red Rollers Super Skates, Prismella Sugar Horns Prism Pops, Chili Chomps Blizzard Beacon, Proximo Scoots Purple Propeller Plane, Electro Vendrix Vendor Packs, and, of course, as we previously discussed, Bamboo Bibble's The Bamboozler. Whether it is these deck cards or one of the many others out there, be sure that they are in the well-shuffled deck before gameplay begins. Because although there is no guarantee that you will draw your character's card, you certainly don't want to miss the chance to seize victory. Which brings us to Bamboo Bibble's second special ability, Pandemonium. This is when he conjures a wild and magical storm, startling opponents and disrupting their focus. Okay, we've done a lot of prep so far to get to this point, so good job on sticking with it. It's now time to put it all together. Let's take out our B-shaped panda and the bottle of glue for the ears. Grab 2 of the foam circles for ears and apply a little glue to the bottom, one at a time. Then place them behind the B-shaped panda up top where the head is. We're going to be doing a lot of gluing, so make sure that you just glue a little bit. Repeat this exact process for both ears and a third circle for the tail. The tail, of course, going down on the right side of your B-shaped panda. And whenever you glue 2 things together, hold it down firmly for a short period of time to make sure that glue bonds the 2 pieces of paper together, or in this case, the piece of cardstock with the piece of foam. Now let's place our green glittery bamboo on top of the left side of the B-shaped panda. Just a thin vertical glue line on the left side, hold it together. You know how to do it. Another bit of advice that I'd like to share is to keep a tissue close by. If, like me, you accidentally add a little too much glue, you can use the tissue to lightly blot up any extra glue blobs, keeping your artwork nice and clean. Continuing on, use your last 2 black foam circles as panda paws by gluing them onto the bamboo. The top one at about the eye level and the bottom one down by the belly. Get the smaller bean shape out, which is the panda's forearm, and attach the larger end, which is the shoulder, to the right side of the B shape just below the head. I suggest placing a little glue onto the bamboo to make sure it sticks. Next, glue on the larger bean shape, which is the hind leg, making sure to also add a little blob of glue onto the bamboo. Place a little glue on the panda's black eye patches and affix the 2 googly eyes. Metallic marker time! By drawing 2 short lines onto our panda's paws, you can give it toe divisions. Turning to our green and lime green foam sheets, cut a few bamboo leaves from both. Focus on making these leaves like thin ovals with points on the ends. In total, I cut 3 leaves from the Kelly green foam paper and 3 leaves from the lime green foam paper. But feel free to add more or less depending on your artistic preference and style. The last step is for us to add a little blush to our panda's cheeks. They're full of bamboo. You can see it there. He's just taken a big bite. So just for a little rosiness, using very light pencil strokes with our pink colored pencil, just lightly mini gentle circles on the cheek areas of your panda. And there!
I did it!
You've positively produced your low relief panda. You should be proud. Great job. And now it's time to reveal Bamboo Bibble's most mystical, magical move. It's called the Mist of Misdirection. With a dramatic whirl of his enchanted bamboo stalks, Bamboo Bibble conjures a swirling green mist that dances through the air like a magician's cape at a dance party. Now, it doesn't cause harm, but it does cause total confusion. Opponents forget what they were doing, where they were going, and sometimes even what day it is. It's classic Panda mischief with a magical twist. Now, it's clear to me, as I hope it is to you, that every Buzu Battle trading card game deck comes with 6 awesome character-specific item cards to help you battle in style. But the fun doesn't stop there. There is a whole pantheon of other character-specific item cards just waiting to be discovered, either in a booster pack of Buzu Trading Cards or by joining the Buzu crew over at patreon.com/BuzuCards. I really like this one. I like the way that the little bite mark out of there has a little bit of low relief, like it pops up off the paper just a little bit. I think it gives it a great touch. It's awesome. I want to thank you so much for spending this time with me. That's one card down and a whole Buzu-verse of cards left to go. So draw another card and let's continue our art adventure. That's all I've got for now, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Want to experience even more Buzu magic? Head on over to patreon.com/BuzuCards to download and print your free character sheet for Bamboo Bibble.